Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to another tutorial on programming essentials in Python. In this video we're going to explain the use of dictionaries, which is the last topic in module 4 in the PCAP course from Python Institution. So first, dictionaries are not a sequence type like lists and tuples and sets, but you can easily adapt them to be to do sequence processing. In other words, you can loop through them even though they are not a sequence data type by definition, and they are mutable just like lists, which means you can add to them, you can modify them, and you can delete from them. So we are going to start as usual with demonstrating what you can do with lists. So first of all, what you can do with dictionaries, starting by what you can or how you can create a dictionary. So I'm gonna say d1 equals, so this is the first thing, creating an empty dictionary. As you notice here, we are using curly braces. So with lists we used square brackets, with tuples we used parentheses, with dictionaries we are using curly braces. Okay, so dictionaries, if they are empty, they're going to be like this. However, if they are not empty, they're going to be a bit different from lists, tuples, and sets. In a way, they are not accepting one value, they are accepting a pair of values, which is a key colon a value. And then you can write a comma and put another key and value, and another comma, another key and value, and so on. Okay, now the key and value could be of any data type. So the key could be an integer, float, string, boolean, as well as the value could be anything, even a variable or even a list. The value could be a list. So we are going to start with the simple definition. We are going to start with 1, and the value is going to be apple. I'm going to use this, and 2 is going to be banana, and 3 is going to be, anyway, it could be anything, as I said, pineapple, and 4 is going to be orange. Okay, of course this could be the definition. Another definition is going to be, as I said, you can reverse the process. You can make the key as a string, like this is a CSA course and the grade is going to be 90, and then this is a CA course and the grade is going to be 92, and another course is BAA with a grade of 85, another course with what we want to do, math, and it's going to be a little bit less, the grades usually, and another course is English or England, and the grade is going to be, let's say, 80 or 73 or whatever, and so on. You can mix anything all together. So this is how you create a dictionary. Remember, you have a key value pair to create a dictionary, and this is basically how the dictionary defined in other languages, or even in English language. So now this is how you create a dictionary. Now how to print the dictionary? Simply you just print d1, and I'm gonna copy this several times as usual to simplify things up, and then this is going to be the result. The dictionary values are printed between curly braces, and if you want to check the type of each of those, you can anyway again use the built-in function type, and this is going to tell you that this is a class dict, which is abbreviation of dictionary. Okay, so this is how dictionary works. Anyway, now there is a very important point here to remember with dictionaries. When you access dictionaries, how to access the dictionary first of all. So I'm gonna neglect this because there is no values in dictionary 1, but in dictionary 2 I'm gonna just try to access the second value. So the second value, I'm gonna write 2, which means I'm gonna access the second value, right? Or the third value, in this case 0, 1, 2. This is what usually you think based on what you learned from tuples and lists. So but when you run this, you're gonna notice that the result is going to be banana. Okay, it is not pineapple. not pineapple, pineapple. Okay, it should be pineapple, by the way, but the result is banana. Why? As I said, there is a very important and big difference between dictionary and list and tuples. The value you write here is not does not represent an index. It represents the key of the dictionary. Okay, so usually with list, this is going to be the index 0, 1, 2. With tuple, also it's going to be 0, 1, 2. Also with sets, but with dictionaries, it's not going to be an index. It's going to be a key. You see, 1, 2. It's going to use this key here to print banana. So what if you printed 20? So let me just hide this. What's going to be the result? The result is error, of course, because 20 it's not available. There is no key called 20. So the key should be available to be able to print it. So now what if you want to print the D3? In this case, the key is basically a string, and this is totally fine. I'm gonna just say CEA, and it's gonna print 92. Again, if you print a key which is not available, like stata here, it's gonna give you an error because stata is not available here in the key value. So remember that D3 or dictionary between brackets is not an index, it's a key. Okay, so now what if you want to do slicing? Is it possible to do slicing here from 1 to 3? Of course not, because slice, it is based on indices, and these are not indices, these are values, sorry, keys. Okay, so you cannot do slicing here in this way. So remember this very well. So this is how we access dictionaries simply. Now, how we loop through dictionaries before we jump into modifying it. So let me do or use a for loop. I'm going to use, sorry, for I in D2, and I'm going to print I, small I, sorry. Let's just delete this anyway. Delete all the values. We're going to print them again. So what's going to be the result here when we print I, which is, what do you think? Is it going to be the key? Is it going to be the value? Or is it going to be both of them? The result is going to be, of course, both of them. Wrong answer. Not both of them. Why? Because again, initially you are going to access the the dictionary based on keys, right? When you say D1 of or between brackets a number, this is going to represent a key. So when you try to print it that way, it's going to be representing the key only, not the value, not the pair. Now what if I want to print the pair as a pair? So 1 colon apple or CSA colon 90. So how I'm going to do this? I cannot do it in this way. Okay, of course, if you want, you can do it that way. D2 of I, and this is going to print them as pairs: 1 apple, 2 banana, 3 pineapple, 4 orange. Or you can use the function or a function called items. There are 3 functions that can be used with dictionaries to print dictionaries elements. Let's be general. So items is going to print the pair, and the difference between this and the previous printout, there is a parentheses here, and this, I think you recall from the previous video, this is a tuple. When you access the dictionary items, the Python will return the items as tuple. Okay, so this is basically the items function. There is another function called keys. It's gonna print the keys only, and there is another function called values, and these values are going to be printed like this: apple, banana, pineapple, and orange. Now this is how you print or you access the dictionary's values. Now, can you edit dictionary's values? Of course you can do this, but remember this very important rule. If you write D2 between brackets 1, and you write another thing like lemon here, if, remember this, if the key is available, the value of the corresponding key is going to be changed. But if the key is not available, like 6 here, and I'm gonna type something else like tomato, okay, or anything else, Let's see the result here. Print D2 5. You see 1 now it becomes a lemon, not an apple, because it's already exists. But since 6 does not exist, it's going to change to tomato, and you can do exactly the same thing for here. Okay, but again, you can just change this to CSA, and I'm going to change the grade to something better. And if I, of course, this is going to be a syntax error because it's going to be should be between double quotations, and I can add a stata course here with a grade of, sorry, with a grade of whatever, 80, no, 84, and we are going to print 3, and you see here the CSA grade is changed from 90 to 94, and there is another a new key to be added here. Remember, when you add a key, you can make this key a variable, and you can make this value a variable as well. So what do I mean by this? Let me show you what I mean. So D1 is empty here, so I'm gonna create a loop for I in range of 10, or let's make it simple, 5. So I can just say D1 of I. In this case, I'm gonna add a new key, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to equal I to the power 2. So I'm gonna print D1 to see the result. You see the result is going to be 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16. So both of them could be variables, okay? And anyway, you can add these things if you want. You can add a string multiplied by I, okay? And this is going to result like that. 0, it's empty because it's by 0, then 1 by A, double A, triple A, 4 A's, and so on. So remember this. Okay, so this is how you add and you edit the dictionary. How you delete? Simply deleting the dictionary is similar, identical to the list, and to the list only. There is no deletion in tuple. Delete, you write D2 between brackets. Remember, not an index, it's a key. If the key is available, it's going to be deleted. If it's not, it is going to generate a syntax error. Okay, you see there is no apple anymore. Okay, that's it. That's all about dictionaries. I hope this was useful. Thank you very much for watching. See you in next tutorials, inshallah, and have a nice day.